So we just hit 5,000 subscribers, and I was thinking, what better way to celebrate than to do something fun and exciting like reading the entire Call of Duty Zombies Wikipedia page. There's a link to the article I'll be reading from if you want to follow along and make sure I'm not cheating. Zombies, originally Nazi Zombies, is a game mode created by Treyarch. It first appeared in Call of Duty World at War and became highly popular upon the game's release, resulting in the mode returning in Call of Duty Black Ops, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and Call of Duty Vanguard. In Zombies, players face off against zombies of various nationalities depending on the location of the map, including Germans, Americans, Russians, and Asians. Zombies content is only considered canon in its own universe. Up to 4 players, 8 on Grief, must survive endless waves of attacking zombies, earning points from killing or damaging zombies and repairing barriers. These points can be used to purchase weapons and Coca-Colas in the process, or unlock new areas and activate other special objects. Zombies enter the player accessible area of the map via windows, holes in the walls, or climbing out of a dirt surface, which are initially barricaded but will be rapidly demolished by zombies. There is no limit to the number of rounds. The game will end when all players have been killed by the zombies. If the player completes Pop Goes the Weasel on Mob of the Dead, Little Lost Girl on Origins, For the Good of All on Revelations, Abandoned Ship on Voyage of Despair, Most Escape Alive on Blood of the Dead, Venerated Warrior on 9, Trial by Ordeal on Dead of the Night, Greek Tragedy on Ancient Evil, Electromagnetic Awakening Party on Alpha Omega, Salvation Lies Above on Tog der Toten, Seal the Deal on D Machine, Max's Potential on Firebase Z, Ravenov Implications and Entrapment on the Outbreak mode, Tin Man Heart on Mauer der Toten, Pyrrhic Victory on Forsaken, or if the player successfully exfils out of the map in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War and Call of Duty Vanguard, then the game ends with all players surviving. Zombies become stronger, faster, and in higher numbers upon the completion of each round, forcing players to make tactical decisions about spending ammo and progressing through the map. On occasion, zombies will drop various power-ups such as max ammo, nuke, or insta-kill upon their death, making the round easier. Altogether, Zombies consist of 32 maps. The 4th, 2nd, 4th, 5th, 7th, 19th, 20th, 21st, and 32nd feature Nazi zombies, while the 3rd and 22nd features Imperial Japanese Army. The 6th, 28th, and 31st feature American civilians, military, and scientists. The 8th features Soviet scientists, cosmonauts, and military. The 9th features Siberian sailors and divers. The 10th features Himalayan civilians, the 11th features astronauts and American military, the 12th features various American civilians. The 13th map features Russian Spetsnaz and American zombies of various afflictions, including zombies wearing hazmat suits. The 14th features Chinese civilian and military zombies. The 15th and 27th feature American prisoners and guards. The 16th features Western barmaids, prospectors, and cowboys in a continentally shifted Angola. The 17th features World War I era German soldiers, crusaders, and medieval Templars in occupied France. The 18th features 1940s American civilians. The 23rd features Red Army soldiers. And the 24th features varied zombies from past maps including Nocturne and Toten, Origins, and Shadows of Evil. The 25th features British Passioners and British Crewmen. The 26th features Roman slaves. The 29th features British party guests. The 30th features Greek hoplites and civilians. The 33rd and 35th features a mix of Nazi and Soviet zombies. And the 34th features a mix of Vietnamese and Soviet zombies. Zombies has a total of 44 playable characters, including various unidentified ones. Unknown group of Marines who appear in Nocturne and Toten, Tank Dempsey, John Banana, Smokey, and Paxton Gunner Ridge appear in Verrückt. Tank Dempsey, Nikolai Belinsky, Takio Masaki, and Edward Richthofen appear in Shinonuma, Doris, Kino der Toten, Ascension, Shangri-La, Moon, Origins, The Giant, Horizon Drug, Zetsubo no Shima, Garage Curvy, Revelations, Blood that I classified in Alpha Omega. They're also only heard on Call of the Dead and are playable in Nocturne and Toten and Verrückt in their remade Call of Duty Black Ops and Call of Duty Black Ops 3 versions, and on Call of the Dead on the mobile version. John F. Kennedy, Robert McNamara, Richard Nixon, and Fidel Castro appear in 5. Green Beret Soldier, Op 40 Soldier, Spetsnaz Soldier, and CDC Agent appear in Dead Ops Arcade. Sarah Michelle Gellar, Robert Englund, Danny Trejo, and Michael Rooker appear in Call of the Dead. Rook appears in the 2 iOS tutorial levels. Samantha Maxis appears as a playable character in Moon after she and Richtofen have swapped souls in Richtofen's grand scheme. The CIA agents and CDC soldiers appear consistently in the smaller game modes such as Grief, in Green Run, and Nuketown Zombies and Burrow. Abigail Misty Briarton, Samuel J. Stuhlinger, Marlton Johnson, and Russman appear in Green Run, Die Rise Buried, and Togder Toten. They're also seen in Blood of the Dead, and Samuel J. Stuhlinger is heard in Blood of the Dead. Marlton Johnson is also heard on Alpha Omega when completing the Easter egg. Zombies themselves are also playable in turn mode. Michael Finn O'Leary, Albert Weasel Arlington, Salvador Sal DeLuca, and Billy Handsome appear in Mob of the Dead. They're also talked about in Shadows of Evil and Blood of the Dead. Prison guards and prisoners appear in Cell Block. Floyd Campbell, Jessica Rose, Nero Blackstone, and Jack Vincent appear in Shadows of Evil. Scarlet Rhodes, Bruno Delacroix, Diego Nicali, and Stanton Shaw appear in Voyage of Despair, 9, and Ancient Evil. Gideon Jones, Jonathan Warwick, Christina Morella, and Godfrey appear in Dead of the Night. However, in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Zombies, rather than having a set crew for the players can choose to play as operators from either NATO or Warsaw Pact as a part of the team known as Requiem. Alongside this, Gregory Weaver and various associates are heard over intercoms, giving the team both directions and information on the map. Call of Duty Vanguard players can now choose between a series of allied operators. Zombies is also known for carrying on the tradition of odd Easter eggs within Call of Duty games. Some of the maps have major Easter eggs known as main quests, which upon completion grant the players an achievement or trophy, in addition to an in-game reward, usually in the form of weapons, perks, or calling cards. Mechanics. Health. The zombie's health grows rapidly, with each round bringing in more and more resilient zombies. Before round 10, their health increases at a decent rate as they start with 150 health, and 100 is added each round until round 9, at which point they have 950 health per zombie. Starting at round 10, their health increases by 10% each round. This eventually grows into massive numbers. At round 15, they have 1683 health. At round 30, they have 7030 health. Round 50, they have 47,295 health, and at round 100, they have 5.5 million health, and so on. For reference, automatic bullet weapons typically do somewhere between 50 to 200 damage per shot. Wonder weapons and other extraordinary tools that do infinite damage or otherwise extremely high damage eventually become the only way to realistically kill even a zombie at higher rounds. However, due to the health becoming too high for the engine to handle at around round 200, zombies from this point on will have the health of round 1. The amount of zombies per round also increases each round, though not as drastically as their health. In World of War maps before Deriz have a maximum of 24 zombies per round. In Deriz, as well as Call of Duty Black Ops 2 and Call of Duty Black Ops 3, there can only be 24 zombies on the map at one time, with new ones respawning as the ones currently presented are killed. Unlike zombies' health, the growth in their numbers is not linear. Instead, following these formulas after round 10, R being the current round and rounding up the result of it is not an integer. This results in a steady climb between rounds. In a solo game, there are 33 zombies on round 10, 60 on round 20, 105 on round 30, 243 on 50, 510 on 75, 885 on round 100, and so on. Point system. There's a point system in the game mode that awards players for progress. Players can be used to purchase different items and features such as weapons or open doors and barriers. Some special zombies give reduced or no points. Sometimes repeating an action causes diminishing returns. Examples of actions that reward points: non-lethal hit 10 points, lethal torso hit 60 points, lethal limb hit 50 points, lethal explosive hit 50 points, lethal neck hit 70 points, lethal headshot 100 points, lethal melee 130 points. Repair a barricade 10 points. Maps. Call of Duty World at War, Nocturne Toten. You drove them deep into the heart of Reich. You thought they were dead. You were wrong. Nocturne Toten description. Nocturne and Toten is the first map of the Zombies campaign. It is also the smallest and simplest, as there are only 3 rooms in this map. The zombies in this map are less deadly than the ones on other maps, as they do not reach through windows, and they're the least smart in terms of AI. The zombies also look more human in this map, and they just groan and moan. This was the only map to not include Perca-Colas until the September 27th, 2011 update that provided every map with Mule Kick. However, this only applies to Call of Duty Black Ops. Because it is a last-minute developer addition, this map simply acts as an introduction to the Zombies game mode and does not advance the zombie story arc. It's more along the lines of an isolated incident for 4 unnamed soldiers. It takes various design elements from a bunker in the multiplayer map Airfield. The version in Call of Duty Black Ops features the original power-ups, including the Carpenter power-up, which was introduced in Derice, including the power-up icons instead of the text and the remaining time at the bottom. Cold War weapons are available in the mystery box. Zombies can now reach through the windows to hit the players, and a new musical Easter egg called Undone can be found. A remaster is also found in Call of Duty Black Ops 3, allowing use of features as Black Ops 3 era weapons, Gobblegum, and Der Wonderfizz machine. Verrückt. Electroshock therapy, chemically engineered beverages, hordes of undead Nazis find the power to unite and send them back to their graves. Verrückt description. Verrückt is the second map in the Zombies campaign. It is based on the multiplayer map Asylum, as they share many traits. The zombies in it are much more dangerous because they can attack through windows and can sprint. This is also the first map to include traps, Perca-Colas, and bouncing betties, as well as the first map to require the power to be turned on. There are 10 rooms in this map which require points to open. This is the first map where the mystery box can be teleported by the teddy bear and reappear somewhere else. This map takes place in Wittenau Sanatorium in Berlin, Germany, and this is the first map to feature different factions. There is a German and American side, each with a faction's respective weapons. When playing with 3 to 4 players, they will be split up and have to reunite at the generator room unless 2 people activate the power, after what the door connecting the 2 starting areas open. This map also introduces the PBSH, available from the mystery box. In the Call of Duty Black Ops version of this map, a new wonder weapon, the Winter's How, is introduced. A remaster is also found in Call of Duty Black Ops 3, allowing use of features of Black Ops 3 era weapons, Gobblegum, and Der Wonderfizz machine. Shinonima. Maggot-ridden corpses, bug-infested swamp, hundreds of undead Imperial army. Choose your tactic and defend for your lives. Shinonima description. Shinonoma is the third map in the Zombies campaign, and it is the first to not feature Nazi zombies. The maximum zombie running speed has been reduced from a full sprint back to the original running speed, possibly for difficulty reasons. There are 5 main buildings in this map and 4 unlockable swamp areas connected to these buildings. 4 of the buildings contain only 1 room, while the main building has 3. This is the second map where the electricity does not have to be turned on. This map, along with Shangri-La, Moon, Nuketown Zombies, The Giant, and Zetsubou no Shima, has Perca-Cola machines that spawn randomly, although this map was the first to introduce it. This is also the second map where the mystery box can move, with a new feature, a yellow beam above the place, which it has spawned. Players can now walk outside of buildings without glitching or cheating, and zombies can spawn next to them without bypassing a barrier. The zipline utility is introduced here and returns in Call of the Dead. There are now special rounds in which the players ward off hellhounds, a newly introduced enemy, and are rewarded with a max ammo afterwards. It is also the first map where the individual identities of the players are known. Shinonuma also introduces a new wonder weapon, the Wonderwaff DG2, an electricity casting weapon that can kill up to 10 zombies at once in a chain reaction. This map is also the only one with the flogger, a manually activated trap. In this map, the zombies' backstory unfolds for the 4 main characters: Tank Dempsey, Nikolai Belinsky, Takeo Masaki, and Edward Richtofen. This map takes some of its design features from the multiplayer map Knee Deep. A remaster is also found in Call of Duty Black Ops 3, allowing use of features such as Black Ops 3 era weapons, Gobblegum, and Der Wonderfizz machine. Derice. The Giant is rising, face the might of the Nazi zombies in their heartland. This is where it all began. This is where the master plan took shape. Is this where it all ends? Doris description. Doris is the 4th map in the Zombies campaign. It takes some features from the multiplayer map Nightfire. It is the first map where zombies can climb over areas and jump down from an area towards the characters. It also introduces the Pack-a-Punch machine, which for 5,000 points upgrades weapons to have increased ammo capacity, more power, higher fire rate, etc. It is the 2nd map where the power is required to be switched on. Doris is the 3rd map where Coca-Cola machines are included, and the 2nd where Coca-Cola machines do not spawn randomly. Doris is the 2nd map to contain hellhounds, which spawn about every 5 rounds. It is the 1st map to have teleporters, the monkey bomb, the Bowie knife, and the fly trap. It is the 2nd map where the identity of the characters are known and subsequently advances the plot. It is the 2nd to have a small objective, which is turning in the power and connecting the 3 teleporters to the mainframe to access the Pack-a-Punch machine. Doris also features the new Carpenter power-up, which boards up all open windows in a level and award the players 200 points. It is the first of 2 maps in which hellhounds spawn alongside zombies. This occurs after the 3rd hellhound round, sometime after round 16. This map is set in Germany near Breslau. One can also learn the story behind the zombies by turning on radios hidden throughout the map by pressing the action button near the radio. Call of Duty Black Ops. Kino der Toten. Battle the Undead in this theatrical installment of Zombies. New twists and clues could uncover the final plan. It's showtime. Kino der Toten description. Kino der Toten is the 5th map in the Zombies campaign, introduced in Call of Duty Black Ops. The 4 original characters, Takeo Masaki, Edward Richtoff, and Tank Dempsey, and Nikolai Belinsky, are playable. The map is set in an abandoned theater in Berlin sometime before 1963. It contains almost all of the features introduced in Doris, including the Bowie knife, teleporters, Pack-a-Punch machine, hellhounds, and monkey bomb. Although the Wunderwaffe DG2 does not return, a new wonder weapon, the Thunder Gun, makes its debut, replacing the Wunderwaffe DG2. It's the first map to have purchasable Cold War weapons, as well as the first map to have the new gas zombies. It's the 3rd map in the series to require the electricity to be turned on to access certain features, and is the first zombies map to not have the mystery box spawn in a fixed location. It's also available in the iOS version of Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies. A remaster is also found in Call of Duty Black Ops 3, allowing use of features such as Black Ops 3 era weapons, Gobblegum, and the Wonder Fizz machine. 5. The Pentagon is under attack. Washington is going to DEFCON 1 in this installment of Zombies. Five is the 6th map in the Zombies game, introduced in Call of Duty Black Ops. The playable characters in this map are President John F. Kennedy, Richard Nixon, Robert McNamara, and Fidel Castro. A new wonder weapon, the Winter's Tower, has been introduced in this map. New features in this map include the use of elevators, the DEFCON control system, American zombies, and the Pentagon Thief. The Pentagon Thief substitutes the Hellhounds, which do not appear in this map. Also, it is the first map with incomplete traps, which require 1 part each before being available for use. Unlike other maps featuring teleporters, this map has multiple teleporters, and they can be used by zombies. It is the 4th map where the electricity is required to be turned on. The map may be based off a cancelled multiplayer map titled Pentagon. This is also the first map to not have the 4 main characters in it since they have been introduced. Dead Ops Arcade. Dead Ops Arcade is an arcade-based zombies game in Call of Duty Black Ops, and the 7th in the game mode. The player can unlock this by breaking free from the chair and typing DOA or 3ARC unlock in the computer. 3ARC unlock will also unlock all campaign levels for mission select, and 5 if not completed. By doing this, the player will also unlock the Insert Coin achievement for 5G or a Bronze Trophy, and can access Dead Ops Arcade from the Zombies menu. This map plays no role in the Zombies plot. 50 levels of Dead Ops Arcade are featured on the iOS version of Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies. Ascension. Ascension is the 8th map in the Zombies game mode. Included in the First Strike map pack, it takes place in an abandoned Soviet cosmodrome. There are 2 new perks, Stamina Up and PhD Flopper. Double Tap Root Beer doesn't return, but was initially set to appear. Space Monkeys have replaced the Pentagon Thief and Hellhounds. There is a new power-up introduced here, the Random Perk Bottle, which grants the player a random perk. 2 new wonder weapons made their debut, the Gersh Device and the Matryoshka Doll, both of which are tactical grenades. The Bowie Knife is not on this map as it was replaced by a Russian counterpart only for aesthetic purposes, the Sickle, which works exactly the same. The 4 original characters, Tank Dempsey, Nikolai Belinsky, Takio Masaki, and Edward Richtoff in return. It's the second map where players can have zombies spawn next to them. It is the only map with a lunar lander, a utility that works similar to the teleporter. It's the 5th map where the electricity is required to be turned on. This map features Russian cosmonaut, scientist, military, and civilian zombies. However, gas zombies do not return. This map also advances the zombie storyline much more than the previous Call of Duty Black Ops map, Kino Toten. This map includes radios similar to the ones in Doris and the Casimir Mechanism Easter egg, which advances the story of Samantha Max's as a demonic being. Characters from 5 can be heard on this map by using the 3 red telephones, indicating that the 2 maps occur simultaneously. The map is based on launch. The Ascension is also available on the iOS version of Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies. A remaster is also found in Call of Duty Black Ops 3, allowing use of features such as the Black Ops 3 era weapons, Gobblegum and Der Wonder Fist machine. Call of the Dead. A shipwrecked crew of fearless explorers is hopelessly stranded in an abandoned Siberian outpost. Their dream of rediscovering the true origins of the element 115, 115 unravels into a hellish nightmare. Call of the Dead description. Call of the Dead is the 9th map in Zombies game mode, including in the Escalation map pack. It is the first to feature real-life celebrities as the playable characters instead of the original crew. The celebrities are Sarah Michelle Gellar, Robert Englund, Michael Rooker, and Danny Trejo. It also features George A. Romero as a special boss zombie that spawns before the first round. The map is also the first to include regular zip lines and the Flinger. There are 2 new wonder weapons, the VR-11 and the Scavenger. It also introduces a new perk cola called Deadshot Daiquiri. The original characters trapped is an Easter egg in this map where the players must help the original 4 characters escape to paradise. The Wonderwaft DG2 makes a reappearance as a power-up called the Lightning Bolt, awarded after completing the original character's trapped Easter egg. However, it hasn't reappeared in any map so far. Call of the Dead is also available on the iOS version of Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies and features the original characters instead of celebrities. Shangri-La. A legendary shrine lost in an exotic jungle where the undead lurk within a treacherous labyrinth of the underground caverns, deadly traps, and dark secrets. Shangri-La is the 10th map in the Zombies game mode, included in the Annihilation map pack. The 4 original characters returned as the playable characters after being teleported here from the Siberian facility in Call of the Dead. It is the first to feature the new Napalm Zombies, Freaker Zombies, and Zombie Monkeys. The map includes many new utilities, which include the minecart, the geyser, and the water slide. It also features a new equipment, the Spike More, and the new wonder weapon, the 3179 JGB 215. There is also a major Easter egg in this map referred to as Eclipse, which rewards a player with the focusing stone, giving them every perk on the map permanently until the game ends, and is the only Easter egg that can be completed more than once per game. A remaster is also found in Call of Duty Black Ops 3, allowing use of features such as Black Ops 3 era weapons and Gobblegum. Moon. I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing on the moon and returning him safely to Earth. Level description. Moon is the 11th map in the Zombies game mode, included in the Resurrection map pack. It starts off at Area 51, otherwise known as No Man's Land, where for the second time Hellhounds spawn with zombies after a certain amount of time. Teleporters return and the main area takes place on a base on the moon. The four original characters return as playable characters. It features new wonder weapons. One of them is called the Wave Gun, which is a dual wieldable function dubbed the Zap Gun Dual Wield, and the Quantum Entanglement Device (QED), a new tactical grenade. The map also introduces the phasing zombies and astronaut zombies and sees the return of the crawler zombies and hellhounds. The map also introduces a new Percola called Mule Kick and two new pieces of equipment called the PES and the Hacker. The map does not feature any traps, but does have a new utility, the Launchpad. There is also a major Easter egg in this map referred to as Richthofen's Grand Scheme, which helps Richthofen gain control of the zombies. Remaster is also found in Call of Duty Black Ops 3, allowing use of features such as Black Ops 3 arrow weapons and Gobblegum. Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Green Run. Continue the fight against the undead and search for clues to the truth of what lies ahead. Level description. Green Run is the 12th map in the Zombies game mode and the main location of the Zombies mode. Transit in Call of Duty Black Ops 2. It takes place directly after the apocalypse, more specifically after Richthofen's Grand Scheme on Moon. 4 new characters are introduced on Transit. They are Russman, Misty, Marlton, and Samuel J. Stuhlinger. When playing in Survival, Green Run is divided into 3 separate maps: Bus Depot, Farm, and Town. The latter of 2 are also playable in Grief mode. Diner is only available when playing Turn. Nuketown Zombies. Mass Energy Equivalents, Secret Tests, Crash Landing Perks, survive in the iconic Nuketown where the past and the future come together. Level description. Nuketown Zombies is the 13th map in the Zombies game mode, included in the Hardened Edition, Care Package Edition, and Season Pass in Call of Duty Black Ops 2. It is remade from the fan-favored multiplayer map from Call of Duty Black Ops. It occurs at the same time as the map Moon. Nuketown Zombies takes place in the aftermath of the nuke explosion from the Call of Duty Black Ops multiplayer map and simultaneously coincides with Richthofen's Grand Scheme. This is the 3rd map to feature random Percola machines. There are no zombie bosses to fight in Nuketown. Thigh Rise. High above ground, the terrifying combination of dizzying heights and the relentless undead may be your downfall. Die Rise is the 14th map in the Zombies game mode, included in the Revolution downloadable content pack for Call of Duty Black Ops 2. The map takes place in China throughout the interior of toppled and crumbling skyscrapers. The 4 characters from Transit return in this map. The Die Rise Easter egg continues from the Tower of Babel Easter egg from Green Run. It features a new buildable weapon, the Sliquifier, and another, the Trample Steam, that launches players across buildings and kills zombies that move over it. Die Rise also features new wall weapons, the AN-94, the PDW-57, and the SVUAS. A new boss, the Jumping Jacks, are introduced in this map. They look similar to the crawler zombies and come after a certain amount of rounds. Elevators transport random Percola machines and the Pack-a-Punch machine up and down the floors. New to the map is the Who's Who perk, which allows players to revive their character with a doppelganger of their character that spawns when they are down. Mob of the Dead. Battle the undead as you attempt to break free from the physical and metaphorical incarceration of Alcatraz prison. Need water. Mob of the Dead is the 15th map in the Zombies game mode. It is included in the Uprising downloadable content pack for Call of Duty Black Ops 2. The map takes place in Alcatraz Island. This map includes 4 brand new characters, those being Finn O'Leary, Albert Arlington, Salvador DeLuca, and Billy Handsome, who are mobsters that are inmates in the prison. It also includes a new wonder weapon, the Blundergat, and a new perk, Electric Cherry. A new boss zombie known as Brutus can also spawn in with regular zombies. There are a variety of sub-objectives the player can complete to earn special items such as Hell's Retriever, Hell's Redeemer, and the Golden Spark. This is the... Wait, what? This is the first map in Call of Duty Black Ops 2 to feature traps and the afterlife. This is the first zombies map with an ending other than death. Buried. Are you afraid of dark, tight spaces? Confront your deepest fears as you battle the undead in an underground obstacle course of mental challenges. You are now buried. Buried description. Buried is the 16th map in the Zombies game mode. It is included in the Vengeance downloadable content pack for Call of Duty Black Ops 2. The player plays as the characters from Transit again. It features a new perk, Vulture Aid, which will, when equipped, will cause zombies to drop ammo packs with random amounts of bullets in each pile, money bags with anywhere between 5 to 20 points, where it will trigger the appurtenance of zombies with green smoke coming out of them, which a player can stand in upon their death and not be attacked by other zombies. Vulture Aid is also capable of showing all available wall weapons. Another new twist on zombie gameplay is that the chalk for specific weapons must be first obtained and can then be used to draw that weapon on specific points in the map to enable the players to purchase said weapon. The map features several new wonder weapons such as the Paralyzer, the Ray Gun Mark II, and the Remington New Model Army Revolver, in addition to a new equipment, the Time Bomb, which when thrown will send players back to the round it was thrown on. Arthur, a friendly NPC, will also appear on this map, along with a ghost that will appear once a player has ventured into the haunted mansion. Origins is the 17th map in the Zombies game mode. It is included in the Apocalypse downloadable content pack for Call of Duty Black Ops 2. It includes a new perk Color Machine, new power-ups, and a 4 new buildable elemental staff wonder weapons, as well as new enemies including the Panzer Soldat and the Giant Mech. The original characters, Tank Dempsey, Nikolai Belinsky, Takio Masaki, and Edward Richtofen, appear as playable characters for the first and only time in Call of Duty Black Ops 2. A remaster is also found in Call of Duty Black Ops 3, allowing use of features such as Black Ops 3 aero weapons and Gobblegum. Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Shadows of Evil. Shadows of Evil is the 18th map in the Zombies game mode. It's included with Call of Duty Black Ops 3 and is set in the 1940s. The map features 4 new characters. These characters are Floyd Campbell, Jessica Rose, Nero Blackstone, and Jack Vincent. The Giant. The Giant is the 19th map in the Zombies game mode. The original characters, Tank Dempsey, Nikolai Belinsky, Takio Masaki, and Edward Richtofen, are the playable characters. It is a remake of the World of War Zombies map, Der Riese, and it is also a sequel to the Black Ops 2 map, Origins. The storyline is that young Richtofen travels in time and shoots his older self. The wonder weapons in the maps are the ray gun and the Wonderwaffe DG2. The perks on the map are Quick Revive, Juggernaut, Speed Cola, Double Tap, Root Beer 2, and Mule Kick. The Giant takes the exact same layout as Der Riese. Dead Ops Arcade 2, Cyber's Avenging. Dead Ops Arcade 2 Cyber's Avenging is the 20th map in the Zombies game mode. It serves as a sequel to Dead Ops Arcade from Call of Duty Black Ops. Der Eisendrock. Der Eisendrock is the 21st map in the Zombies game mode. It is included in the Awakening downloadable content pack from Call of Duty Black Ops 3. The map takes place in Griffin Castle near Werfen, Austria. The castle is modeled after Werfen Castle, real place in the same location. A control center located within a church serves as mission control for Griffin Station. However, due to Richtofen altering the course of history, Griffin Station is not yet complete. Zetsubo no Shima. Zetsubo no Shima is the 22nd map in the Zombies game mode. It's included in the Eclipse map pack. It's set on a remote island in the Pacific that serves as the location for the Division 9 facility. The facility holds a mysterious research bunker deep within the map, can only be opened by powering both sides with 115 infused water. Grod Krovi. Grod Krovi is the 23rd map in the Zombies game mode. It is included in the Descent DLC pack released on July 12th, 2016 for PS4 and August 11th for Xbox One and PC. The map is set in a war-torn Stalingrad in Russia, where several Group 935 dragons and Russian giant robots fight for control over the city. Revelations is the 24th map in the Zombies game mode. It is included in the Salvation DLC pack released on September 6th, 2016 for PS4. The map is set in the perfect world after it has been torn apart by the Shadow Man, making it a huge amalgamation of older maps such as Nocturne Toten, Ginner Toten, Shangri-La, Mob of the Dead, and many more. The map features many Apothecon enemies and the house containing the children and the ominous Dr. Monty. Call of Duty Black Ops 4, A Voyage of Despair. 4 intrepid adventurers board the RMS Titanic to pull off a daring heist involving a mysterious artifact. Little do Scarlet Rose, Diego Nicali, Bruno Delacroix, and Stanton Shaw suspect that a giant iceberg will be the least of their problems. Voyage of Despair description. Voyage of Despair is the 21st map in the Zombies game mode. It is included with Call of Duty Black Ops 4. The map stars as a new cast in a storyline and is set in the RMS Titanic. The map features 4 new characters. These characters are Scarlet Rose, Diego Nicali, Bruno Delacroix, and Stanton Shaw. 9. Transported across the millennia, Scarlet, Diego, Bruno, and Shaw find themselves caught up in a sinister ritual where they are thrust into brutal gladiatorial combat against waves of unnatural enemies that stand between them and the High Priest of Chaos. 9 description. 9 is the 26th map in the Zombies game mode. It is included with Call of Duty Black Ops 4. The map stars a new cast and storyline and is set somewhere in the Roman Empire. The map features 4 new characters. These characters are Scarlet Rose, Diego Nicali, Bruno Delacroix, and Stan Shaw. Blood of the Dead. In their mission to secure a better tomorrow, Richtoff and Dempsey, Takio, and Nikolai journey to a secret laboratory beneath the iconic Alcatraz, where they realize that their future they sought to secure is now in serious jeopardy. Blood of the Dead description. Blood of the Dead is the 27th map in the Zombies game mode. It is included with Call of Duty Black Ops 4. The map is set on Alcatraz Island and is a reimagining of the map Mob of the Dead from Call of Duty Black Ops 2. This version has new quests and Easter eggs and is larger than the original. It stars the premise cast of Tank Dempsey, Nikolai Belinsky, Taki Masaki, and Edward Richtofen. Classified. Mankind must put an end to war, or war will put an end to mankind. JFK 1961. Classified description. Classified is the 28th map in the Zombies game mode. It is included with the Black Ops Pass for Call of Duty Black Ops 4. The map is set in the Pentagon and is in a reimagining of the map 5 from Call of Duty Black Ops. It stars the ultimate cast of Tank Dempsey, Nikolai Belinsky, Taki Masaki, and Edward Richtofen. Dead of the Night. When a party at an English mansion turns into an undead bloodbath, a phony psychic, stage show cowboy, retired general, and bedeviled butler must fight for their lives. Dead of the Night description. Dead of the Night is the 29th map in the Zombies game mode and is included with the Black Ops Pass for Call of Duty Black Ops 4. The map is set in the mansion of Alistair Rose. The map features 4 new characters, including Gideon Jones, Christina Fowler, Jonathan Warwick, and Godfrey, Ancient Evil. In the hidden heart of ancient Delphi, Scarlet, Diego, Bruno, and Shaw must rescue the fabled Oracle, but who is the undead warlord standing in their way? Ancient Evil description. Ancient Evil is the 30th map in the Zombies game mode and is included with the Black Ops Pass for Call of Duty Black Ops 4. The map is set within Delphi, Greece, and features a return of the Chaos crew of Scarlet Rose, Bruno Delacroix, Stanton Shaw, and Diego Nicali from 9 and Voyage of Despair. Alpha Omega. Here at Broken Arrow, it is our mission to prepare humanity's future and open new worlds. Alpha Omega description. Alpha Omega is the 31st map in the Zombies game mode and is included within the Black Ops Pass of Call of Duty Black Ops 4. The map is set in Camp Edward, Nevada, and is a reimagining of the map Nuketown Zombies from Call of Duty Black Ops 2. It stars both Primus and Ultimus versions of Edward Richtofen, Nikolai Belinsky, Taki Masaki, and Tank Dempsey. Tagder Toten. The paradox must be resolved. Tagder Toten description. Tagder Toten is the 32nd map and the final map of the Easter story in the Zombies game mode, and is included within the Black Ops Pass of Call of Duty Black Ops 4. The map is set in a Group 935 facility in Siberia and is a reimagining of the map Call of the Dead from Call of Duty Black Ops. It stars the victorious cast of Samuel J. Stuhlinger, Marlton Johnson, Abigail, Misty Brereton, and Russman. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. The Machine. Dimensional gateways opening around the globe, but an undead horde threatening all of humanity. A new Cold War threat emerging from the shadows. Investigate the abandoned Nazi facility at the heart of it all. The Machine description. The Machine is the 33rd Zombies map and the first map of both Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War and the Dark Ether storyline, serving as a continuation after the events of Tag der Toten. The map is set in an abandoned Polish research outpost that was once occupied by the Nazis, and the map, a vandalized, beaten down Dr. Untoten, is featured. Dead Ops Arcade 3, Rise of the Mama Back. An eternal quest to defeat the Silverback clan. Dead Ops Arcade 3, Rise of the Mama Back description. Dead Ops Arcade 3, Rise of the Mama Back is the 34th map in the Zombies game mode. This is the third entry in the Dead Ops Arcade series and serves as a sequel to Dead Ops Arcade 2, Cybers Avenging from Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Firebase Z. Firebase Z. A captured agent in the heart of darkness, a treacherous scientist on the brink of a breakthrough, an unlikely ally out for revenge, infiltrate Omega's Vietnam base, and expose the secrets within Firebase Z description. Firebase Z is the 35th map in the Zombies game mode. The map is the second continuation of the Dark Ether storyline. Featured in the Asha Valley, in Vietnam, Weaver sends out Requiem Strike Team to investigate an Omega group research base known as Outpost 25 to rescue Samantha Maxis in the jungles of Vietnam. Mauer der Toten. A city divided between East and West, a fragile alliance with a familiar adversary, an old enemy rising from the shadows. Who will prevail when worlds collide? Mauer der Toten description. Mauer der Toten is the 36th map in the Zombies game mode. The map is the third continuation of the Dark Ether storyline and is set in East Berlin, East Germany. The story involves Requiem after the events of entrapment being forced to work for the Omega Group, Lev Kravchenko, to stop a Nazi invasion from the Dark Ether, led by Rogue and Agent Alexandra Valentino. Forsaken. Forsaken is the 37th map in the Zombies game mode. The map is the finale of Black Ops Cold War Zombies, as well as the game's arc of the Dark Ether storyline. It is set in western Ukraine in the Soviet Union, and the story involves Requiem and Omega Group facing off to rescue Russian soldier Kazimir Zykov from the Dark Ether. Call of Duty Vanguard. Der Anfang. Der Anfang is a brand new Zombies experience featured in Call of Duty Vanguard. It is the beginning of a story arc within the Dark Ether story introduced in Black Ops Cold War that serves as a prequel to the events of The Machine. It is set across the globe in Stalingrad, Paris, Normandy, and a Japanese army camp. It involves Allied operatives facing off against the undead army raised by SS Oberfuhrer Wolfram von List and Dark Ether Elder God Cortifex the Deathless. Oh. Story. There are three primary storylines featured in Zombies overall. The first release was the Ether story, which began in Call of Duty World at War, spanning from Call of Duty Black Ops, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and including Call of Duty Black Ops 4. The story is based off conspiracy theories regarding secret Nazi technology, featuring an expansive timeline spanning across various different timelines and universes. The overall narrative of the story dealt with an ancient conflict between two primordial races, the Keepers and the Apothecans, as well as four dimension-hopping soldiers stuck in a time loop who seek to repair the extensive damage that has been done to space and time by an ultra-powerful cosmos-warping element. The second of these storylines was the Chaos story, an entirely different storyline unconnected to Ether, which was only present in Call of Duty Black Ops 4. The story is based off of various real-world mythologies, chiefly Norse, Egyptian, Celtic, and Greco-Roman. The overall narrative of the story dealt with the disappearance of an archaeologist at the hands of a mysterious occult group and his daughters, as well as three acquaintant allies' attempts to rescue him. The third of these stories is the Dark Ether story, a sequel to Ether, which was introduced in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. with it being expanded upon in Call of Duty Vanguard in the form of a prequel. The story is set in a new universe following the events of the Ether story, and as such features some returning elements and characters. The overall narrative follows the Nazi experiments with a dark alternate dimension filled with hellish creatures and ancient gods, as well as the following consequences of breaching the dimensional membrane between the two worlds. Black Ops DS maps. House. Rural House is your last hope for survival as the zombies advance. Single player description. House is the first zombies map in Call of Duty Black Ops Nintendo DS. It takes place in a normal house, as the name implies. The map features hellhounds like most of the maps do, and the zombies are Russians. Facility. Black Ops DS. An abandoned research facility has been overrun by zombies. Unlock its secrets to survive. Single player description. Facility is the second zombies map in Call of Duty Black Ops Nintendo DS. It takes place in an abandoned research facility. It features hellhounds and once again Russian zombies. Temple. Temple is the third zombies map in Call of Duty Black Ops Nintendo DS. It takes place in a temple, as the name implies. The map does not feature hellhounds and features Viet Cong zombies, unlike the other maps. Overlook. Don't overlook the zombies that are coming to kill you. Single player description. Overlook is the fourth zombies map in Call of Duty Black Ops Nintendo DS, and it takes place inside a cabin, and on the outside of the map once again features hellhounds and Russian zombies. iOS Android applications. On November 16th, 2009, Nazi Zombies was released for the iOS as an application for £7 or 10 USD. Originally, only Nocturne Totem was available to play, but Treyarch confirmed the other maps would be released in the future. Verrückt was released for £3 or 5 USD on February 11th, 2010. The iOS version have lower quality graphics from their console counterparts, but they do include leaderboards, unique achievements, and 3 different control schemes. The game also includes an aim assist-like feature, as the camera will snap onto nearby targets even from the hip. On June 2nd, 2010, version 1.4 was released, and along with it, Shinonuma, the third map to be released from the iOS for £3 or 5 USD. As of September 30th, 2010, version 1.5 was released and includes Derice, the fourth map, for no additional payment. New achievements, better zombies AI, improved graphics. The previous 2 maps are also made free and made the app itself £3 and 5 USD. Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies was released for iOS for £5 or 7 USD on December 1st, 2011, and August 2012 on Android. The application features Kino, Ascension, Call of the Dead Director's Cut, and Dead Ops Arcade. It boasts 4 players online, local Wi-Fi only on Android, as well as new voice chat, which utilizes the device's internal microphone. It is also the first time one can choose from the original 4 playable characters. The controls are similar to its predecessor, but appearance has changed drastically to a comic book style theme based off the console's version loading screen. Dead Ops Arcade is unlocked after finding 4 hidden coins on the main menu screen, similar to how it is unlocked in the console version. It includes 50 levels, 10 more than on the consoles, as well as all of the power-ups featured in the original. Call of Duty Black Ops. Players that bought the Hardened or Prestige editions of the game or the Resurrection map pack have access to the 4 original maps. The maps have had updates to the graphics and Cold War era guns added to the mystery box. Ultimates, the 4 main characters, have been added to all of the original maps, including the Unnamed Marines. Replacing the Unnamed Marines. All copies come with Kino der Toten automatically unlocked, while 5 is unlocked once the player completes the campaign on any difficulty. Dead Ops Arcade is unlocked once the player enters a code in the terminal. The First Strike map pack includes the level Ascension, the Escalation map pack includes Call of the Dead, the Annihilation map pack includes Shangri-La, and the Resurrection map pack includes the level Moon with the 4 Nazi Zombies maps from Call of Duty World at War. There's a Zombies mode for the Nintendo Wii edition of Call of Duty Black Ops. The only map available is Kino der Toten, in which graphics are scaled down in quality. A patch hinted to the release of 5 and Dead Ops Arcade for the Nintendo Wii as they contained images of contained folders marked DLC 1, DLC 2, DLC 3, however they were never released. Call of Duty Black Ops Nintendo DS. Zombies mode appears on Call of Duty Black Ops Nintendo DS in a similar format to the consoles. The concept of the game and many mechanics are the same, but many changes have also been made, such as an increase in damage from the zombies, able to down the player in one hit at round 1, an increase in zombies' health, more points needed to buy weapons and doors, players are awarded more points for kills, and barrier mechanics cannot be repaired while being destroyed. Zombies able to attack when mantling the barrier, barriers are broken down and repaired faster. The house, abandoned house in the north, the facility, abandoned research facility, the temple, remotely located temple, Overlook, abandoned outpost. Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Zombies mode returns in Call of Duty Black Ops 2. The mode now supports up to 8-player PvPvE in Grief and runs on the game's multiplayer engine rather than a modified campaign engine as in Call of Duty World at War and Call of Duty Black Ops. It also supports 4-player cooperative split screen. Black Ops 2 launched with the massive map Green Run and 2 differing styles of 4-player co-op survival, which focuses on classic simplistic survival in areas of Green Run, and Transit, which continues the story in the entire full map of Green Run. In most of the maps, the story follows a group of 4 survivors known as Victus in the 2030s, Abigail Misty Brereton, Marlton Johnson, Samuel Stuhlinger, and Russman, surviving the events following the destruction of Earth and Richtofen's grand scheme. They first appear in Transit and must fight the nationwide apocalypse to survive. Survive the harsh environment. They are guided by the voice of Edward Richtofen and Ludwig Maxis, who instruct them to activate pylons in their favor. Elsewhere, U.S. surviving government factions CIA, Central Intelligence Agency, and CDC, Center for Disease Control, must combat each other to gain the upper hand in survival with the zombies in Grief. That's canon? What? Later on, this Victus is teleported to China in the first DLC map, Die Rise, where they survive against SDC and Chinese civilian zombies. With the release of Die Rise came another brand new PvP mode called Turned on the Green Run Area Diner. In turn, 4 players face off against each other to see who can be the survivor the longest. One player plays as a human survivor, while the other 3 play as zombies, and the first time in zombies. The survivor must hold off as long as possible against the zombies, while the zombies must try and kill the survivor to replace them as human. In the second downloadable map, Mob of the Dead, 4 mobsters in prison on Alcatraz, Finn O'Leary, Albert Weasel Arlington, Salvador De Luca, and Billy Handsome fight off the endless waves of the undead in the 1930s. This map is the first map to have an actual ending without being killed by zombies. Mob of the Dead also came with a section portion of the map called known as Cell Block, where Grief can be played between the Alcatraz prisoners and Alcatraz guards. The third map, Victus returns and travels to Angola, where they survive in an underground American old western town that has been teleported underground thanks to temporal rifts known as Purgatory Point in the map Buried. Buried features the finale of the Victus arc for Black Ops 2, where the player can complete mind games if they've completed every main quest in the Victus map in favor of Richtofen or Maxis. The Maxis ending is considered to be canon in the storyline. Buried also features a section off portion of the map known as Burrow, where Grief and Turned are playable. The final map, Origins, features the return of the original Ultimates characters introduced in Shin Onuma: Hank Dempsey, Nikolai Belinsky, Takeo Masaki, and Edward Richtofen. In an alternate dimension, younger and now known as Primus, and fighting off zombies at a French World War II battlefield. While Origins serves as the finale to Black Ops 2 Zombies, it is the beginning of a new story arc that is continued in later games involving Primus. Numerous choices are now given to players in lobbies, such as what to start off on round 1, 5, 10, 15, or 20, enabling or disabling hellhounds, turning power-ups and other supernatural advantages called magic on or off, as well as headshots only. An easy difficult is also given in addition to the original. Theater mode is also introduced to zombies, similar to the one in multiplayer. The maximum number of points a player can have in a match is 1 million points. Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Zombies mode returns in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. It added new features such as Gobblegum and the option to customize numerous weapons that you can find on the walls inside the mystery box. The game launched with the base map Shadows of Evil, November 6, 2015, involving a brand new crew consisting of corrupt detective Jack Vincent, apathetic boxer Floyd Campbell, promiscuous I don't know what that word is, Jessica Rose, and washed-up magician Nero Blackstone in a war city known as Morgue City, confronted by a figure known as the Shadow Man, offering to help them with a bonus remake of Doris called The Giant, starring the Primus crew from Origins, available for those who purchased the Season Pass. An additional map was released on February 6, 2016 on PlayStation 4 and March 3rd for Xbox One and PC, called Horizon Drog, that serves as a continuation of the story introduced in Origins, involving Primus journeying to a Group 935 facility to eliminate the original Ultimus version of Tank Dempsey in an attempt to secure Dempsey's immortal soul. The second additional map, Zetsubo no Shima, was released on April 16th, 2016, or May 19th for Xbox One and PC, which involved Primus journeying to an abandoned World War II Japanese facility formerly run by Division 9 to eliminate Ultimus Takeo Misaki and gather his immortal soul. The third additional map, Garad Kurvi, was released on July 12, 2016 on PlayStation 4, August 11th for Xbox One and PC, which saw Primus journey to an alternate war-torn Stalingrad to eliminate Ultimus Nikolai and finish gathering the souls of the Ultimus crew. The fourth additional map, Revelations, was released on September 6, 2016 on PlayStation 4, October 6 for Xbox One and PC. It took place in the mysterious realm of Agartha, where the Shadow Man from Shadows of Evil returns and unleashes an army of apothecans and zombies, turning the once peaceful realm into a hellish nightmare. It serves as the finale to Black Ops 3 Zombies narrative, as well as placing brackets around the storyline as a whole. An additional DLC pack was called Zombies Chronicles, consisting of faithful remasters of Nocturne Totem, Varrock, Shino Numa, Kino Totem, Ascension, Shangri-La, Moon, and Origins. It released on May 16, 2017 on PlayStation 4, and later on June 15th, 2017 on Xbox One and PC. Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Zombies mode returned in Call of Duty Black Ops 4, featuring the new Elixir and Talisman system, an updated perk system, and the continuation of the 10-year-long Ether story, as well as the brand new Chaos story. The first on-disc map, Voyage of Despair, also the first map in the new Chaos story, features adventurer Scarlet Rose, joined by Playboy Smooth Talker Diego Nicali, Troubled Soldier Bruno Delacroix, and unhinged alchemist Phaeton Shaw, traveling to the Titanic on the night of its infamous sinking in an attempt to find her father, Alistair Rhodes, after being kidnapped by the enigmatic Order. The second on-disc map, 9, continues the Chaos story as the crew uses vapors to transport themselves to an ancient Roman-controlled Egypt, where they face the High Priest of Chaos in a gladiatorial arena. The third on-disc map, Blood of the Dead, serves as a reimagining of Black Ops 2 map Mob of the Dead, starring the Primus crew. After the events of Zetsubo no Shima, Primus' attempts to gather the blood go awry, trapping them in the Alcatraz pocket dimension. A bonus map was available for those who purchased the Black Ops Pass called Classified, a reimagining of 5 starring the Ultimus crew, taking place after Shangri-La Before Moon. It was eventually released for standalone purchase for $8.99. An additional map was added December 11, 2018 on PlayStation 4, December 18th for Xbox One and PC, called Dead of the Night, taking place in Alistair Rhodes Manor, which served as a prequel to Voyage of Despair, and stars a brand new celebrity cast. The new crew, all invited to a party by Alistair, are forced to complete a Sentinel trial after his activation by members of the Order. The second additional map, Ancient Evil, was released on March 26, 2019 for PlayStation 4, April 2nd for Xbox One and PC. It serves as the finale of the Chaos story and also sees the return of the Chaos crew, consisting of Scarlet Rose, Diego Nicoli, Bruno Delacroix, and Stan Shaw, who previously appeared in Voyage of Despair and 9. The crew heads to an underground city of Delphi, Greece, where they face the demigod Perseus and assist the Oracle. Another installment of the Ether storyline, Alpha Omega, was released on July 9th, 2019 for PlayStation 4. The map serves as the penultimate map of the Ether storyline. The playable characters are the premise and ultimate versions of Tank Dempsey, Nikolai Belinsky, Taki Masaki, and Edward Richtofen, who travel to Camp Edward and expand in Nuketown to gather the Elemental Shard, defeating the Avogadro in the process. The final installment of the Ether storyline, Togder Toten, was released on September 23rd for PlayStation 4, September 30th for Xbox One and PC. It sees the return of the Victus crew in a reimagined version of Call of the Dead. Abigail Misty Brereton, Marlton Johnson, Samuel Stillinger, and Russman for the first time since Buried. The Victus is tasked with building the Agarthan device for Primus Nikolai, as well as being assisted by a strange hermit, which is used to destroy the multiverse, banishing creation to destroy creation to the hellish dark ether, and creating a new, uncorrupted universe. Almost there, boys. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. The Zombies mode returns in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, featuring a brand new sequel story to the previous Ether known as the Dark Ether. Dark Ether story, starting with the map The Machine, which takes place in an abandoned Nazi facility in Poland. For the first time in Treyarch Zombies, the player is able to choose from a selection of various operators, including Russell Adler, Lawrence Sims, and Frank Woods, as well as a weapon rarity system, loadouts, the ability to end the game by calling it in an exfil, and surviving an extremely difficult wave of enemies, and a health bar system for enemies. Black Ops Cold War also features the return of original Perca-Colas, such as Juggernog, Speed Cola, and Quick Revive, with updated machines to fit the 1980s aesthetic, including replacing bottles with soda cans, with a brand new perk called Elemental Pop, and puts the player as part of CIA-backed organization known as Requiem, an anomalous task force led by Commanding Officer Gregory Weaver, returning from the original Call of Duty Black Ops campaign. The game had 2 launch day Zombies maps, which are D Machine and Dead Ops Arcade 3, which were released on November 13th, 2020 on PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One and Series X, S, and on PC through Battle.net. The first additional free post-launch Zombies map was Firebase Z, released on February 4th, 2021 on PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One and Series X, and PC during Season 1 Reloaded of Warzone Cold War. The map takes place in Vietnam, specifically located in Quezon, with the playable areas Village and Outpost 25, each being previous Omega Group research facilities. The player is set out to locate the now missing Samantha Maxis, who's being held captive at Outpost 25. The map features a returning perk, Tombstone Soda, which was last seen in Green Run launch map in Call of Duty Black Ops 2, as well as a new wonder weapon, the Reactorny Avtomat Isluk-Catel Koli 84. What? The Ray K. It also features the returning Russian Mangler zombie, as well as a new enemy called the Mimic. The next major batch of content launched on February 25th, 2021 during Season 2 with the launch of the brand new Outbreak mode, which takes place on Fire Team maps in the Ural Mountains in 1984, save for Collateral, which takes place in Algeria, and Armada, which takes place in the North Atlantic Ocean, both taking place on March 12th, 1985. Featuring various objectives and world events, large-scale objectives that are required for the player to progress. The mode launched with 3 maps, Alpine, Ruka, and Golova, with the night version of Sanatorium being added to the March 30th with Season 2 Reloaded, Duga on April 22nd with Season 3, Zoo on June 17th with Season 4, Collateral on August 13th with Season 5, and Armada on September 9th with a Season 5 Reloaded, as well as adding 2 new enemies, the Krasny Solda and the Tempest. The second post-launch map, Mauer der Toten, launched on July 15th, 2021 during Season 4 Reloaded, taking place in Berlin after the events of Outbreak's second main quest. The player is now forced into assisting Omega Group into defeating the rogue Alexandra Valentina from unleashing a Nazi force within the Dark Aether. The map introduces a new wonder weapon, the conversion-ready binary repeater standard, a new piece of tactical equipment called the LT-53 Casimir, which acts similar to the Gerst device from previous titles, and two new enemies, the Disciple and Tormentor. It also features the return of the Perca-Cola machine, Milke. The third and final post-launch map, Forsaken, is set to launch on August 7th, 2021 during Season 6. The map, I don't know why it's in the future. The map takes place in Western Ukraine in 1985 and showcases Requiem and Omega Group's final confrontation to rescue Kazimir Zykov from the Dark Aether. The map introduces a brand new wonder weapon, the Crystal Axe, and a brand new piece of tactical equipment known as the Arc XD. It also features a return of PhD Slider in the aesthetic, its predecessor PhD Flopper, as well as the unique perk machine for depth, Death Perception. Call of Duty Vanguard. Zombies mode returns once again in Call of Duty Vanguard for Treyarch's first outing in Zombies outside a game they led development on. Vanguard Zombies will expand the Dark Aether storyline introduced in Black Ops Cold War, serving as a prequel to the events featured in the previous title, starting with the experience Der Anfang. The player is placed as an allied operative sent to investigate and combat the undead army led by SS Oberfuhrer Wolfram von List, thanks to the assistance of a Dark Aether Elder God Cortefax for the Deathless. Featuring returning utilities such as Pack-a-Punch and the Mystery Box, as well as new ones such as the Altar of Covenants. The players are assisted by 4 Elder Gods revolting against Cortefax through the use of artifacts, the Horn of Nordicus the Conqueror, the Dragon of Sauroxis the Shadow, the Mask of Belliker the Warlock, and the Sword of Invictor the Destroyer. The player, alongside surviving the horde of zombies, is also tasked with completing various objectives through different areas, such as Hotel Royal and Shinonuma. Perks are now known as perk fountains to fit the occult aesthetic of Vanguard Zombies. Musical Easter eggs. Call of Duty World at War. Verrückt. Lullaby for a Dead Man, Kevin Sherwood and Alina Sigmund. To activate this song, go to all the toilets on the German side and flush the leftmost toilet 3 times. Shinonuma, the one Kevin Sherwood and Elena Siegman. To activate it, the player must hold down the action use button 3 times on the telephone in the comm room. Doris, Beauty of Annihilation, Kevin Sherwood and Elena Siegman. To play it, the player must hold down the use button in front of 3 jars containing a green liquid and spinal cords attached to brains. Call of Duty Black Ops. 115, Kevin Sherwood and Elena Siegman. Activated by pressing the use button on 3 hidden meteor fragments throughout the map. 5. Won't Back Down, Eminem and Pink. Activated by pressing the use button on the 3 red telephones throughout the map. Ascension. Abracadavre, Kevin Sherwood and Elena Sigmund. Activated by pressing the use button on 3 different hidden teddy bears holding sickles throughout the map. Call of the Dead. Not Ready to Die, Avenged Sevenfold. Activated by pressing the use button on 3 hidden meteor fragments. Shangri-La. Peridolia, Kevin Sherwood and Alina Sigmund. Activated by pressing the use button on 3 hidden meteor fragments. Moon. Coming Home, Kevin Sherwood and Alina Sigmund. Activated by pressing the use button on the 3 hidden teddy bears wearing space helmets. Nightmare by Avenged Sevenfold. Activated by fulfilling the criteria for the One Giant Leap achievement, or alternatively by having Excavators Pi and Omicron breach the map. Nocturne Toten, Black Ops version. Undone, Kevin Sherwood. Players need to shoot a specific amount of red barrels outside the map in order to hear the song play. Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Transit. Carry On, Avenged Sevenfold. Activated by pressing the use on 3 teddy bears in a specific order, removed after a patch. What? Carry On, Kevin Sherwood and Clark S. Nova. Activated by pressing the use on 3 teddy bears. I'm gonna try it out. Skrillex and Alvin Risk. Activated by pressing the use button on 3 teddy bears in specific order removed after a patch. What does that mean? Nuketown Zombie, Samantha's Lullaby. Activated by pressing the use button on 3 hidden teddy bears. We All Fall Down, Kevin Sherwood and Clark S. Nova. This is Direct, by the way. Activated by pressing the use button on the 3 hidden teddy bears. Mob of the Dead. Where Are We Going, Kevin Sherwood and Maluka. Put in the number 935 to activate. Rusty Cage, Johnny Cash. Activated by pressing the use button on 3 hidden red bottles. Buried, Always Running, Kevin Sherwood and Maluka. Activated by pressing the use button on 3 hidden teddy bears. Origins, Archangel, Kevin Sherwood, Clark S. Nova, Maluka, and Alina Sigmund. Activated by pressing the use button on 3 hidden green rocks. Shepherd of Fire, Avenged Sevenfold, activated by pressing the use button on 3 hidden radios. Ether, Brian Tui, activated by pressing the use button on the 2 1s on the floor next to Generator 1, and then 1 of the 5s on the floor next to Generator 5, power required, making 115. Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Skates, Snake Singing Boots by Jack Wall, activated by pressing the use button in the 3 wooden radios around the map. Cold Hard Cash, Jack Wall and Antonio Bennett, activated by pressing the use button on a wire, a microphone, and a microphone stand that are around the map. The Giant, Beauty of Annihilation, Kevin Sherwood and Alina Sigmund, activated by the use button on 3 jars containing green liquid and spinal cords around the map. The Rise and Drag, Dead Again, Kevin Sherwood and Alina Sigmund, activated by pressing the use button on 3 different teddy bears around the map. Zetsubo no Shima, Dead Flowers, Kevin Sherwood and Maluka, activated by pressing the use button on 3 sock monkeys around the map. Garage Crovey, Dead, Kevin Sherwood and Clark S. Nova. Dead Ended. Kevin Sherwood and Clark S. Nova, activated by pressing the use button on 3 vodka bottles around the map. Ace of Spades, Motorhead, activated by pressing the use button on 3 playing cards across the map. Revelations, The Gift, Kevin Sherwood and Elena Sigmund, activated by pressing the use button on 3 teddy bears around the map. Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Voyage of Despair, Drowning, Kevin Sherwood and Maluka, activated by shooting 4 colored medallions around the map. 9. Mad Hatter by Avenged Sevenfold, activated by shooting 4 colored medallions around the map. Blood of the Dead, Where Are We Going, Kevin Sherwood and Maluka, activated by changing the 3 numbers in the tunnels to 115. Classified Shockwave, Kevin Sherwood and Elena Sigmund, activated by pressing the use button on the 3 vodka bottles around the map. Dead of the Night, Mystery by Kevin Sherwood and Elena Sigmund, activated by shooting 4 colored medallions around the map. Ancient Evil Stormbound, Kevin Sherwood and Clark S. Nova, activated by shooting 4 colored medallions around the map. Alpha Omega, I Am the Well, Kevin Sherwood and Clark S. Nova, activated by pressing the use button on 3 atom heads around the map. Frequency, Brian Tui, activated by putting the code 7283 in the Rushmore. Tiger Toten. Light from the Shore by Kevin Sherwood, activated by pressing the use button on a sickle, machete, and a pitchfork around the map. Reflections, Brian Tui, activated by pressing the use button 3 times on the locked door beneath the workbench at a lighthouse station. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. The Machine. Alone by Kevin Sherwood, activated by pressing the use button on all 3 cassette tapes around the map. Firebase Z Lost, Kevin Sherwood, James McCauley, and Julie Nathanson, activated by pressing the use button on all 3 cassette tapes around the map. Mauer de Toten, Amoeba, The Adolescents, Forsaken, Samantha's Ballad, Brian Tui. Almost done. Ranking system. Call of Duty Black Ops 2. A ranking system is a new feature that was introduced in Black Ops 2. It is a total of 5 levels: a bone, a crossbone, a skull stabbed with a knife, and a skull with 2 shotguns. A consistent good performance is rewarded, including high rounds survived and lack of downs. The player can get demoted to a lower rank for lowering their performance, typically by going down often at low rounds. The tally marks on the emblem depend on the player's recent activity. The player will get a tally mark each day they play at least 1 match. Not playing will reduce 1 tally per day. Call of Duty Black Ops 3. In Call of Duty Black Ops 3, the ranking system works almost identically to the multiplayer ranking system. XP is awarded for killing zombies and how they are eliminated, similarly to earning points. Normal kill body limb shot is 50 XP, headshot kill is 75 XP, melee kill is 100 XP. Players can also earn XP by doing main Easter eggs. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 and Call of Duty Black Ops 4, the ranking system is identical to the ranking system in Black Ops 3, although players now unlock classic elixirs and perks for use in game alongside ranking up. In Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, the multiplayer in Zombies features a unified progression system, having the rankings being the same over both modes. Call of Duty Vanguard features the unified progression system introduced in Zombies and Black Ops Cold War. Trivia. General. If a zombie cannot hit a player in a certain time period, it will respawn elsewhere to prevent the game from soft-locking if a zombie was stuck out of reach for any reason. Similarly, if the players go too far away from a zombie, it will respawn near them. In World at War and Black Ops, the zombie will not respawn if it was damaged, even if it cannot hit the players for in a long time. In Black Ops 2, if the zombie is damaged, it will die but not respawn, preventing players from creating crawlers at the end of a round and leaving them alone to do tasks such as buy weapons. In Black Ops 3, if the zombie is damaged and the player moves far enough away from it, the zombie will respawn near to the player. The respawned zombie will appear undamaged but will retain its lower health. The music that appears when each round ends, all maps are released before Mob of the Dead, is from Hell's Gate, a track from Call of Duty World at War soundtrack. Up until Moon, the game over sound of a map was the Easter egg song of the one after it. Up until Mob of the Dead, laughing could be heard after the player died. Call of Duty World at War. While playing co-op, it is not possible to use the /record console command. This mode is not available on the Nintendo Wii and all German versions. Call of Duty Black Ops. When the mode is selected from the main menu, the interrogator will walk out, come back in zombified, and start banging on the window. When going back to the main menu, the zombie will walk out and the interrogator will walk back in. Just before the countdown to the start of an online match, the word locking in bets can appear briefly above the players' names in the lobbies, as if it were a wager match. On the Nintendo Wii version, Zombies mode will open up on a different screen, much like multiplayer mode. On the Nintendo Wii version, if one looks up in the sky in the alley on Kino der Toten, one can see 4 black boxes. The player is briefly transported to one of those after activating the teleporter. Gore is disabled in all German versions. The player can't get out of the chair in the main menu when in the Zombies menu. Call of Duty Black Ops 2. If the player remains idle for a certain amount of time on the Zombies main menu screen on the map selection globe, the screen will violently shake for a brief period of time before returning to a static state. The background music for the main menu Damned contains a female child's laugh near the end of the song. It is now possible to invite players in the middle of the game instead of just waiting for a new game to invite players. This applies only to custom games. Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Each player is able to use a personal specialist weapon in their games, with all of them being selectable from the Create a Class menu. There are 4 unique specialist weapons for both the Ether and Chaos stories. Their traditional perk system is replaced by a customizable system where the player is able to select which perks spawn in the map, and at which machine altar they spawn in. The Ether story continues more traditional soda machines, while the Chaos story features altars representing various gods from different mythologies that contain perk vapors. Juggernog, Double Tap, and Speed Cola for the first time are not present in Black Ops 4. The effects of Speed Cola, however, are available after purchasing all 4 perks. Alongside this, effects of Double Tap 2 are also available once a gun is fully pack-a-punched. On the normal difficulty, the player also starts with 200 health, giving the player an equivalent to Juggernog at spawn. The Path of Sorrows returns as a specialist weapon in the Ether story, alongside a variant of the Ragnarok DG4 special weapon called the Ragnarok DG5. Elixirs replace Gobblegums, with many Gobblegums returning as elixirs such as Wall Power, Temporal Gift, and Alchemical Antithesis. Black Ops 4 features a difficulty feature ranging from casual to realistic. When respawning after dying, the player will keep their weapons automatically. 9 features an in-game challenge system which rewards players with weapons and power-ups for completing various challenges that appear on the top left of the screen. A new competitive game mode called Rush is introduced, where the goal is to set as many points as possible. All 4 maps have main quest Easter eggs, which were locked until October 12th. Black Ops 4 introduced a new mode called Gauntlets, in which player must complete 30 rounds of challenges to progress. There are now daily challenges that are completable in zombies known as daily callings, which reward the player with XP, Nebulum Plasma, and a daily tier skip for the black market. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Perk-a-Colas now feature a set price system, where all the perks are the same price across the board, with the price shifting depending on how many perks that players bought. Alongside this, the traditional limit of 4 perk slots have been removed. While zombies and multiplayer share the same lobby backgrounds, for the most part, the zombies version is always cosmetically altered to better thematically fit the narrative. At launch, the plane that the player can be seen is now illuminated by red rotating lights, as well as the interior being covered in blood. During Season 2, the jungle of the player was surrounded by a dark ether aura. In Season 3, the ruins of Yamunta, the player walks through, is surrounded by a dark ether aura, with Ethereum crystals and dark ether jellyfish being present throughout the ruins. During Season 4, where the player walks through Collateral, they are followed by an Orda, with Ethereum crystals being present throughout. During Season 5, the player is followed by a Disciple. They walk through an Ethereum crystal infested Echelon. During Season 6, the player walks through an Ethereum crystal infested Deprogram. That's it. G fucking G. G fucking G.